Hey guys, Kathy Rankin here with your weekly soaps roundup. And you know, this week we're celebrating our veterans. I just want to say happy Veterans Day and thank you to all our men and women in uniform. And you know, they're off doing way more important things like saving the world, protecting our freedoms and democracy, while we're talking about daytime TV. But here goes. First, on The Bold and the Beautiful, Liam remained worried about Hope's fixation on Douglas and decided to return to Spencer Publications. Now, Ridge was troubled by the vats of deadly acid at Forrester. Later, Hope met Thomas and Douglas at Forrester for a family dinner, and Hope convinced Thomas to give her shared parental rights. However, when she couldn't find Douglas, she suspected Thomas had done something. A chase led to the basement where, yes, lo and behold, Thomas fell into one of the vats of acid. You know, you guys, I'm almost speechless at this point. There just happens to be vats of acid sitting there. This sounds like a bad James Bond plot. Like, remember when 007 almost fell into a pool of swimming sharks? Except on the soaps, it's done with really low budget sets, no special effects, and some really suspect acting. And yet, we can't help but watch. Well, just once, I'd like to be in the room and see how the writers come up with this stuff. Does anyone ever raise their hands and say, hey, this kind of sounds ridiculous, maybe it's a stretch? Just a thought. All right, coming up, Hope fears she killed Thomas, but let me guess, somehow he'll miraculously survive with no lasting side effects or scars from the acid. Anyways, on Days of Our Lives, giving in to Gabi's demands, Lani dumped Eli at their wedding. So much for death do us part. Now, after Jack and Jennifer and Justin and Adrienne were married, Princess Gina found Jenn had cracked Rolf's flash drive, so she pushed her over a balcony, leaving Jennifer in a coma. Hey, next time try a vat of acid. Ben continued to worry that Jordan was targeting Ciara, though Nicole agreed to keep Sarah's pregnancy a secret, which we know won't remain a secret. Trying to make amends, Kristen told Eric he was going to be a father. And Jenn awoke from her coma, only to learn shocking news from Jack. Coming up, Days of Our Lives jumps a year into the future, which I seriously can't wait to watch. Okay, over on General Hospital, Julian tried to blackmail Brad into dumping Lucas and leaving town, but Brad exposed Julian's scheme to his husband. Conflicted, Lucas received a visit from his dead adopted father, Tony Jones, who gave him advice. Nothing like advice from a dead guy. Now, to keep Drew from leaving town, Scott revealed he owed his life to Franco for saving him as a kid. While on work detail from prison, Cassandra escaped and took Charlotte Cassadine hostage. Probably not the best plan when you're already in prison. And Nell revealed to Martin she was secretly married and sitting on a bundle of cash. Coming up, Valentin gets a disturbing call. Lastly, on The Young and the Restless, you guys, Simon gave Chelsea 48 hours to fork over the money he was owed. Now, in the wake of DNA tests proving Theo was Dina's grandson, Theo was undecided on whether to embrace his new family. Theo was then visited by the ghost of his father, Eric Vanderway, who told his son to follow his gut. So basically, this week's theme is apparently dead dads dishing out critical parental advice. Unbelievable. Okay, anyways, in other news, Devon returned with news that Tucker was not behind the forgery of Catherine's will, and Chance Chancellor was also back, and sucker punched Kane as his first order of business. Poor Kane, he just never catches a break. Coming up, Simon takes Adam's family hostage. Oh, goody. That's it for this week, you guys. We'll see you next time on the Weekly Soaps Roundup.